Welcome back to the Stanley Parable. I beat the game last time, then I closed it, and I reopened it, and now it's saying this. Before we get started, can I just say something? If you're actually setting the clock both times you've booted up the game, no problem, man. Sleep the clock set at 12 and call it a day. Dude, I made it seriously. You're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. No problem, man. I wait for like that 60 seconds. That's how I know you care about this experience. You're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. Oh, well, they are. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see this title screen, just set the clock to your favorite. I don't like that. Go ahead, pick whichever time you want, even if it's not the correct time. You earned it. I don't like that. Alright, I'll let you get back to your game now. That makes me uncomfortable. That I would set an intentionally false time. Alright, anyways, I'm just gonna like keep playing the game, and this is just gonna be like an ultra long video because I want to do that. I've had a day. Welcome back. I got a trophy. Quit the game, then started again. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What could it?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting.
Can I click on this?
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I was able to.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Yeah, I'm just gonna screw around. Click. I'm gonna turn off all the computers. I feel like that's an Easter egg. Do. Yellow box. Interesting. That room looks stupid. Let me in. 420. Nice. Do. Can I turn off more computers or what? Let me click on every single door. Click. Suspicious. I bet there's some interesting things on that board there. Whoa, not gonna look.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Nope, not this time.
This
Sorry,
was not
buddy.
the direct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it.
That's chill though, yeah.
Perhaps he wanted
I only
to stop
turned off
by
2
the
computers.
lounge
Oh,
first,
a computer I
just
need to
avoid
turn
it.
off. Oh well. I don't need to do anything. Oh wow. Room 489? Okay. I mean door 489. Yeah.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring.
That's weird. I know for a
It had really
fact
been
there's
worth
not
the
a window
detour
out there,
after
because
all,
like,
just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate,
yep,
beautiful,
and I'm
eager
out.
to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
You bet. I'll do it.
And so
Do
he
it this time.
detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Okay, but you put big light here. Now I feel like I should take it. So... click. Sorry, that's what happens when you put the big light there. Uh-oh.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track.
Yeah,
So now in order to get back, he needed to go,
you know this place?
from here, it's, left.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you, man.
Oh, no.
What
No,
the-
it's to the
what
right.
the
My
frick?
mistake.
Okay, you're messing with me. That's kind of close.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking?
Guarantee you it'll be
It's
this one.
clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute,
It's gonna be
please?
this one. It's gonna be this one.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down.
This is a wholesome
left,
little enjoyable
right.
game.
Yep. Okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay. Alright. This story. What do you mean, this story? Okay. Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna go down here. Uh-oh.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
Okay, I'm closing my eyes.
Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now.
Fired.
The whole story completely unusable. How
Unusable.
about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense,
What?
we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
No.
And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track.
Please don't.
Okay.
Don't.
From the top.
No, don't do it. Don't. Oh.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the
Right,
meeting
this
room.
way. I
Perhaps
wonder
he
what
had
the
simply
difference
missed
between
a
this one
memo.
and the Deluxe is. Because I remember back when this game was super popular online. It's a big
When
deal.
Stanley...
What
Wait,
the
wait,
frick?
what? No, no, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh.
Uh-oh.
Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley,
Uh-oh.
did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story
Where's the
somewhere or...
story?
Hold
I
on.
don't know.
Why am I asking
I don't
you?
know.
I'm the
Yeah, I
one who
don't know,
wrote the
man.
story. It was right here just a minute
I
ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then.
don't know what to
It's
say.
an adventure. Come,
Frick.
Stanley. Let's find
Oh,
the
you gotta be
story.
kidding me. It's that way. It's that way. It's this way. It's a blue door. It's this way. Blue door. Oh my gosh, there's so many choices. Oh. Oh no. Oh no, it's the back rooms. Oh frick, how did I get here? Oh, this is non-Euclidean too? Some House of
I'll
Leaves
say it.
crap?
This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can
Shut
promise
up,
you
man.
there definitely was a
Go
story here
jump off a
before.
bridge.
Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Ah, dang it.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Perhaps I simply missed. Uh-oh. I don't like the look of this.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I
It's
might be
worse.
remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from.
Back?
Why don't we go
Where we
back the
just
other direction
came from.
and see if we missed anything?
Okay. Sure. See if we missed anything.
Aha! I
Oh,
knew we'd miss something. The
okay.
story. Here it comes.
So stupid.
No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our
I
steps.
love the non-Euclidean stuff. I used to do this in Minecraft all the time. Oh, this is creeping me out a
Now
little.
well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so.
This is
I
really
can't
creeping me
quite
out,
recall, but I
man.
believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
Narrator, you're creeping me out.
Do you remember, Stanley?
You're
Well, do you
creeping
know
me out,
what?
narrator.
Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Oh, I did it.
Congratulations! I know you put in a
Yay.
lot of hard work, and it really
Good.
paid off, so
I
good
won the
job.
game.
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all.
It's a
We
little
both know
cheap.
you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some
Yeah.
people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting
I
weirded
just
out
kind of
by whatever
reset
this
and went
place
through it.
is. I don't care what might happen this time, I have to restart.
No, but look. Oh, but it's a cabin and it's like the. Oh my gosh.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
That's
Just follow the
British
line.
humor at
How
its peak.
simple is that?
Uh-oh. I've never gone this way before. Solitaire. Oh my gosh, you can go through the chair. Okay. There's gonna be a moment where it tempts me to get off the line, isn't there? 4B5. 4B4. I'm in the basement now? The
You see,
freak?
the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that
What
a
are you
destination is
saying,
inevitably
bro?
conjured
What are
into
you
being
saying?
via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay,
Bro,
Stanley,
what are
I need
you
to follow this train of
saying?
thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct
What?
of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay, Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative
Hold on.
experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a
Yeah.
bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
I need to lower this volume because my neighbors can definitely hear it. That's so loud. That music is so freaking. Why are the numbers getting down to like door 1? Oh my gosh, can I please lower the music? Okay. Six. Interesting. I like the idea of an adventure line. It's an oxymoron. It's funny. Beep. We're adventuring on the line. Oh yeah. Uh-oh. Go for it. What does that sound? Oh, the door. Okay. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Something is not right. Oh, dude. The yellow line goes to multiple different places, guys. There's one there and one there. What the heck? Okay, I have to follow this one because this one's more authentic. Employee peer reviews. Just for employee 432? Am I 432? Uh-huh. Oh, it's the same thing. It's just an extra long hallway that no longer exists at all. Okay. Interesting.
Wait, cut the music. Go
Thank
back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
This
Make
fern?
sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You
Okay.
won't want to miss anything.
It's a nice fern. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What a fern. Oh yeah, man. Okay, I memorized it. Thank you for cutting the music.
Wait, what? We're back at the office?
Huh?
No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
I'll follow the line still. I trust the line. Trust the line. Oh. Narrator, you're gonna be upset.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through,
Line here.
Well, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it.
Whee!
Restart.
What? No, not again. Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
You know what, Stanley?
What?
I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for
What?
us? We're intelligent people, right? Why
Uh-huh.
can't we make up our own story?
Alright,
Something
buddy.
exciting, daring, mysterious. Or,
Daring,
this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How
Okay.
about this direction?
Yay! You being rebellious, narrator. I like it.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Okay. So far, it's this. Oh, okay. How about...
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No
Yeah.
lines or monitor rooms.
I want an epic
Just don't
fantasy.
acknowledge it. We should be fine.
Let's have an epic fantasy story. But yeah, get the line out of here. Cool.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here,
Bang.
the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination
So stupid.
corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let
Counter-inverted.
us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another
Okay.
victory for logic. Come, Stanley.
Sure.
Our destiny awaits.
I mean, you're not wrong necessarily. Both doors led here. The confusion ending.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending?
Huh.
And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times?
Oh
That's
boy.
really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to
Are
the
you
schedule,
feeling
I restart
existential?
again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget?
Find the
My
confusion
mind
ending
goes
schedule.
blank simply because it's written here
Maybe
on
it
this
restarts again.
thing,
Maybe it
wall.
forgets about previous
Well,
restarts.
who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't
This is
do it. I won't
interesting.
do it. And the timer
Oh my gosh.
stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule?
I don't
How
like
would
that.
we
I would
even
have liked
know?
to do this.
Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now.
The journey. We
We'll
are the
find out,
journey.
won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Oh my gosh. What the heck? Is it because I touched the chair? Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Input received. I'm gonna go back and make sure all the computers are off. I don't know why, it's just satisfying me.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Input received at 419. Okay. Is the past storyline gonna like continue at all? I hate Mondays. Oh.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Um.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first,
I'm gonna do the
just
same
to
thing I
admire
just
it.
did. It. There's the adventure line.
Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a
I've never
gorgeous,
heard that
gorgeous
before.
room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meet. But eager to
That's a
get back
lot.
to business,
I have
Stanley
heard it
took the
before.
first open door on his left.
Okay.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Okay. We're doing the detour.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left. Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
I don't like this. Am I wasting my time by doing
We
this?
went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
I feel like I'm wasting my time.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Uh-huh.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I feel like I'm wasting my time for sure. I feel like I need to restart the game.
When Stanley... Wait.
Yeah, I'm gonna restart it.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What could it mean? We're gonna keep playing and see what else we can do.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and
It's very
Stanley
choose
knew
your
it
own
perfectly
adventure,
well.
which I like.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge
Also,
first, just to
there
admire
are
it.
kids.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business,
But in
Stanley
fairness,
took
I'm
the
being loud.
first open door on his left.
So,
And so he detoured through the maintenance section,
okay.
walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Yeah, dude.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Talk less,
Stanley
don't
decided
fire.
to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Using slides to assure employees that everything's okay. Slick blue graphic in the header. There's some bevel on all the text. Common practice environment. Everyone is unique. You most of all. Yeah, they are. This makes me pleasant. Number of slides on this slide. Does that make sense? Slides, charts, and slides. Charts. Rate out which charts on the same slide depict the same. What the heck, Sonny? Rate of increase in graphs per slide. Please no more charts, please, I'm begging. Boss appreciation. Top 20 things you love most. If you ever find yourself in a conflict with another diligent employee like yourself, but more inclined toward conflict unless you're the kind of person who initiates conflict while you're hired, remember that it takes two people to start a fight. Spring break. Metamorphosis. Less air. Hope. What are your dreams for the future? Hope. Right. They're really calming down. What the heck?
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so
Yeah,
he turned
right.
around and got back on track.
There's gotta be something in here. Why would you make a broom closet? What the frick?
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet.
It's not empty,
No
it's got
reason
stuff
to
in it.
still be here.
It's like clearly there's stuff in here, man. I'm enjoying the stuff.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet.
I'm standing.
He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is,
You should make
he's
it.
literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
What the heck is that? Oh, yeah, no, I got it. I figured it out.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yeah, what are you gonna do
Standing
about it,
around
man?
doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
I cannot communicate with you, so.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If
Right.
I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
Yeah, but I don't
never
care
would
about
have
the
thought to
story.
mention it.
I care about the duct tape and the spanners.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path.
It sort of is
Maybe
now.
when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
The broom closet ending's my
Stanley
favorite.
was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
My first job I got because of a family connection.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
I'm literally
You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you
It's really
collapsed
rude
in
of you.
front of your screen.
And you were
Well, in a
bullying my
situation
dead
like
corpse.
this, the
Just
responsible
want you to
thing
know.
is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken
Body
care
is
of
taken
before
care
it
of.
begins to decompose. Hello?
Yeah, that's the
Anyone
important
who
thing.
happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen
Dude.
prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term
What's funny is like I really do
sustainability of
got
your
people
species.
right outside my door who
Please
could hear
remove
that.
their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of
Video
narrative
game
tropes
mechanics.
in video gaming, so that
History
the
of
irony
narrative
and
tropes.
insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them.
Okay, that's pretty funny.
All right.
It's like if I handed this to my girlfriend, she would not know the tropes, the history. Is that it? Is there no more broom closet? That's it. I'll give it 10 more seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 5, 10.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I
Yes,
guarantee
it's me.
you can't do any worse than the person who came before you. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked
No.
upstairs to his boss's office.
No, I did not. I've gone up there before. Oh, it's time to go down to the deep, dark red.
But Stanley
Interesting.
just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss
they
would think
have.
he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself,
This place
maybe
is looping.
I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for
It's just
no
a daydream.
reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this,
I
he
got
began
the
to make
broom
other
closet
strange
ending.
observations.
It's
For
my
example,
favorite
why
ending.
couldn't he see his feet when he looked down. Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And
This
at
can't be
last, he
real.
came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just
made a
hadn't
video
found
game.
the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
Okay,
So,
fair.
he imagined himself flying and began to gently float
Wait,
above
really?
the ground.
Oh my gosh.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid?
That's
And
so
then
cool.
perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner.
That's so cool. I want to
Why
float
is
again.
there a voice in my head
Yeah, this is the most
dictating
important one.
everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this
Feels
was
like
not
Terry
a dream.
Pratchett.
How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain,
try
beyond a doubt,
LSD.
that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that?
Yeah.
This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just...
Float again.
He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
Wake
He
up.
felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back,
Wake up.
the fresh air of the
Wake
world
up.
outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself.
Wake up.
I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over.
Why?
Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job.
You don't have a wife.
All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
You know.
My
you don't.
life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
I am okay. One, two, B4.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office.
have a
I am
boss.
real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
What? Who am I? Who am I?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Radio Rebel.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She
Mariella.
rose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to
the
her place
frick?
of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had
What?
stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments,
What?
she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows
Past
what
tense.
crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She
Very
had no
important
time for
meeting.
this, So it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
And ran. What a crazy man. That was interesting. Plus, we get to see what Stanley looks like.
All of his
Right.
co-workers were gone.
I don't know
What could it mean?
if I
Stanley
have any
decided to go
more
to the meeting
endings.
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I mean, I'm sure I do.
When Stanley came to a set of
I've
2
actually
open
never gone
doors,
left.
he entered the door on his left.
Wait, no, that's not true. I did it once. I did it one time.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's
Close it.
office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm getting kind of tired, guys. How much of it? 35 minutes. I'm aiming for an hour. Whoa. What is this? Executive bathrobe? What the frick? I've got the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. That's say that's a a lady purse. Okay. Cool bathroom, I guess. Ooh. What direction? It's a panda. Elevator. Let's go up. Which doesn't really make sense if like I went. Oh, like, can you go much higher than the boss's office? Usually no. Ooh, glowing paper. Man, what time is it? It's 11 o'clock on the dot. Good. I got a class at 9, the other side of campus. By the other side of campus, I mean, first I have to get on campus. Okay, this takes forever. It's making my controller vibrate, and it's an unusually long amount of time for my controller to be vibrating. Dude, that is where I entered. Oh, this elevator sucks. Okay, fun times.
Stepping into
Oh, I broke it. No way. I actually broke the game. Huh. I actually broke the game. That's kind of cool. I mean, okay. I'm kind of lost now, though. I'm kind of stuck. I broke the game. Wow. Okay. Guess I could always go there. I just went this way, so... Oh. I cannot open that door. I think I might have soft locked. Like, genuinely. It's kind of cool. He's not even saying anything when I go in the broom closet. Narrator's gone, boy. Do, do, do. The other door. Oh, it's closed. And there you can control that. Why would it even give you a choice? It's kind of strange. What the frick? Interesting. That door can actually open and close. So can that one. So I mean this one can? No. Okay. Well, I broke the game. I cannot close that door. Okay. Yeah, what the heck? Wait, guys, what? 428. Interesting. Interesting. You are now leaving. Escape pod bay for 760. Interesting. This is really eerie because I feel like I broke the game. But this feels intentional. I mean, it is intentional, obviously. Um, oh boy. I missed the narrator. 756. Is this a loop? 757. Okay, no, I need to go to 760. Right? I wonder what the point of making his walk is. There any Easter eggs. 432. Interesting, interesting. 432, the same room. Escape pod launch at 760, right? Oh, okay, here we are, 760. Right, escape. Uh-huh. Huh. My eyes. It's black now. Okay. What was the point of that? The narrator's still
How long
gone.
was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to
What?
himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on.
What does that mean? Made a note to be more comfortable with time? Bro, what are you talking about? That's so strange.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Uh-huh.
he entered the door on his left.
Yeah. I'll be more careful.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
That's for sure.
Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Escape
Stanley
pod.
decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I'm getting a little hot.
Coming to a
It's
staircase,
getting
Stanley
hot
walked
in
upstairs
here, so
to his
take
boss's
all your
office.
clothes. Okay.
Stepping into his manager's
What's the code
office,
again?
Stanley was once
2854.
again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean?
45
Stanley
with
wondered
2845.
aloud.
Yeah.
Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
That's true.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy. So he
shut up.
relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
It's not anxiety. This is interesting. Interesting music.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Where is it? Here it is. Wait, where is it? Oh, duh. So last time I did this path, there was like a little sign, a little graffiti that said escape. I did that, and then I didn't do it. I did not escape. Loading, loading, loading.
Descending deeper into the building,
That's different.
Stanley
Usually it says the
realized he
end is
felt a bit
never or something.
peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
No.
This question would not go unanswered for long.
Yes, it would. Whee!
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
No, it didn't.
Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
What? Okay. Bet. I've
The
already
door
seen
behind
the
him was not
alternative.
shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
That's kind of funny. Oh.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yeah, it's kind of ballsy, man. You don't think that's cool? You don't think you have big balls for doing that? Also, that was interesting. You opened that door for me, dude. Whee! The end is never, the end is never, the end is never. Bonk. Oh,
As the
frick.
machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise,
Oh my
he
gosh.
reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see
Why
the
does
bigger
this machine
picture.
exist?
He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps
Why is
his
this
death
below
was
an
of no
office?
great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
No. No, please. Oh my gosh.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator,
What?
as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
Who are you?
In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Why did you say that? You British lady? The Stanley Parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the
No.
game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Oh
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same.
no.
Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Yeah. Man, this game reminds me of Portal 2. I mean, Portal as well in a way. Yeah. The set of the two open doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Corridor. Pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. Office layout. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development through the core layout. The killer is identical. Stanley's computer. Very cool. It's like a little museum of game design. Nature paintings, which are just real photos, I imagine. Click, clack. Filing cabinets. Office computers. True. Credits. Interesting. Console development, but 22nd. Thank you. Kevin writing. Thank you, Kevin. You're making this game as it is. What about the lady narrator? Is she in the credits? I actually don't see the lady narrator in the credits. Based on the work of the Stanley Parable 2013 team. This is really interesting to me. Boss's office. Screens from the development of the boss's office. No way, the middle one's the coolest. Easily. Office clock. Whatever. I feel like I'm gonna miss something. The lounge. Underground. An early version of the underground portion. Okay. This seems a little suspicious. I think I'm gonna avoid that direction for now, but maybe come back to it. Let's go up these stairs instead. Freedom ending. This was the very first incarnation of the freedom ending. Countdown desk. Countdown ending. I don't think I've gotten that one yet. Freedom ending. This is the freedom ending as existed in the beta. Cool. Yeah. Monitor room elevator. For a time, the elevator in the monitor room could go up or down with freedom above and countdown below. We abandoned this and played found too difficult to remember what was up and what was down and placed the two endings together instead. Countdown room. Yeah, I never did that, which I guess I need to go back and do. This is interesting. Zending. The screenshot depicts an early version of the ending known as Zending, which was eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. Oh. Okay. Zending model. The Zending went through many iterations. The room represents the fourth version of the ending, and we thought it was complete, but decided to abandon and change it again shortly before launch. I have no idea what you're talking about. Zending. Zending levers. The player would pull a lever, and the narrator would describe what color they had pulled. Okay. Game is now paused. For a long time, we had an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. It was frustrating for everyone. Okay. The apartment timer. Previous version gave you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking it up would lead to a different ending. Interesting. Cargo lift second version is functionally the same as what's in the game, but we wanted it to look more like a place where cargo was actually stored. It's always Nintendo if the choice of staying on or jumping off. We decided we also wanted the option of falling to their death. The office. Man, there's a lot in here in this little museum thing. I do think I want to get going because it's late. I'm tired. First was created in November. Okay. Boom. 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 Yeah. Each one is better than the last. So that's good. Nice job. Very cool. It's a really sick museum. I'll have to explore it again sometime. But for now, let's go this way. That's all good Stanleys do. Towards the dark area.
Stanley pushed
Narration
the
outtakes.
button.
Okay.
Stanley pushed the
I
orange
don't have
lever.
my sound on high enough for that. I don't have subtitles. Sorry, buddy. Um, interesting. So there. Am I supposed to be clicking on all these? I've only got 5 minutes before this recording hits an hour, and then it auto deletes everything. I mean, Bob. I mean, it just ends the footage, and then I have to do a new video. So, Warzone would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey on the nose for the tone of the game. Yeah, interesting. Narrator emails. We asked people to email the narrator for questions. Never found the perfect use for them. A question for you, and it is, what is your message for today? There's a skeleton inside of you, and there are more skeletons in this world than humans. Thanks and goodbye. Okay. Yep, the apartment timer. Stanley's office. Game design mockup. Cool. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going. Here we go.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Okay, I'm gonna pull this lever now.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No,
Nope.
perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Ooh, my controller vibrated.
But listen
What
to
the
me.
heck?
You can still save these two. You can
Save
stop
what
the
two?
program before they both fail.
Turn off your PlayStation. There's no
What?
other way to beat this game.
Turn off my
As long as you move
PlayStation.
forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever
Yeah, I'm
you
not
do,
gonna do it.
choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let
Huh. I wonder what happens if I closed right before I did that. The end is never the end, is never the end.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself.
Never heard that
This
one.
is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Cool. New content. That's gonna be next episode.